Hi, my name's Amelia and today we're doing a 5-minute roll and release practice. You will need a ball, a tennis ball, a cross ball. I also had a student use a lemon the other day, so that works as long as it's firm enough. So find yourself an object that you can use. If you do have a pillow bolster, you could use this, but it's not essential. And we're going to target your glute med. So glute med on your body is kind of back here. So if I was to describe where you're going to put the ball, if you were to have an imaginary back corner of your hip, that's where we're going to work into. And this release, when we get into it, is often an area that is a little tender. It can be tight, and it's often an area of weakness in people's bodies. So releasing it means that then we can start to utilize the tissues and improve the health of the tissues. Often it will create some more freedom and space in your lower back as well. So hopefully your lower back feels pretty great after this. So grab your ball. I'm gonna start on the right side, and you can use a bolster or pillow to support your upper body. You'll slide the ball underneath your right glute med, and you're just going to do a little bit of massage to start. So extend the right leg out and begin to move around like you're wanting to move around that whole area, your imaginary back corner of your hip. You can move up and down a little bit, side to side, and like you're creating circles. And for some of you, this will be a little tender. For some of you, it might be mild-ish at this stage. And if anything feels like it's too strong, too much, then you're just going to try and lean weight off it. So we'll spend a few more moments, and if the ball moves, then just reposition. A couple more breaths. And use this as a way to investigate, to see what's going on. Where is the tender spots, the tight spots? And then you're going to land on a spot that feels like it needs a little more attention. See if you can relax the right leg and then let more of the weight of the body sink down onto the ball. And we're looking to feel some pressure. It might be a little uncomfortable. If it feels like it's too much, lean over to the left. If you can't feel that much, let more weight lean onto the ball. And then try and relax your right leg, your right hip as much as you can. If you can add a little bit more, let's start to move the right leg. Take a breath in, bend the right leg in. As you exhale, extend the right leg out. And now we're trying to pin the tissues as we move the tissues around. Once we move the leg, essentially we're kind of shifting the tissues as we add pressure. So we might feel slightly different sensations, sometimes more. See if you can breathe through it. Breath in. Exhale, extend. Couple more breaths. And if you are working with a tennis ball, it might be a little milder. If you've got a lacrosse ball or something like this, it definitely is a little firmer. And if you have got a firmer object, you can always cushion it to make it a little kinder. One more breath. Exhale. Let's move the ball out of the way. I'm just going to lay down for a moment just so you can feel the impact of that. So your legs could either be straight or bent. Let's take a moment, close down your eyes, and then feel into the space where we were just rolling and releasing. But also notice around your lower back, the hips. Let's take a big breath in through the nose, fill up. Slow breath out. And when you're ready, draw the legs in, roll over onto your side. I'm going to shift over to the left side. So grab your ball, bolster or pillow if you've got that. And then I'm going to find that imaginary back corner of your hip, glute med on the left side. So if you don't feel like you feel much straight away, use this moving around to go searching and see if you can find the tight spots, the tender spots. And you can control how much pressure that you put on the ball. So if you want to take more pressure off, you might even lean onto props or the ground more. Might need to reposition the ball a few times. And then see if you can kind of shift around that whole area, because we want to find the spot that feels like it needs a little more release or a slightly deeper release. Couple more breaths. And then you're going to land on one of those spots. See if you can let your left leg get heavy. Let your body have a moment to adjust as well, because sometimes it doesn't want to relax straight away. So as you slowly let your tissues relax, you might feel the ball press in a little deeper. And we're not looking to create pain. So if it feels like it's too much or the body's tensing up, can you take some weight off? Can you take some bigger breaths? Because we want to be able to work through these tissues without creating stress on the body. When you're ready, or if you get the green light to add in more, bend your left leg in and then extend the left leg out. And for those of you who have any current niggles, pain, injuries, even past injuries, you might feel it a little more on that side. So for me, my left side always tends to be a little tighter from a previous injury, even though I can't feel that injury in any other way. Sometimes the tissues on this side are still a little tighter. So it's a welcome release when I do this. Couple more breaths. Take another breath in. Slow breath out, and when you're ready, come off the ball and let's have a feel and have a few moments to notice the impact. So your legs could be bent, your legs could be straight. And let the hips land, and then noticing the area we released, but then also feel into your lower back, front of the hips. And for some of you, you might also notice the impact on the nervous system. Maybe there's a little more kind of internal calm or a softening throughout the body. Take another big breath, fill up. Slow exhale out through the nose. One more like that, fill up. Let it go. And when you're ready, slowly walk your legs in. Roll over onto your side and then bring yourself all the way back up. I hope you enjoyed our mini roll and release practice. That is something that you could add into your practice once a week, twice a week, and I'd highly recommend it if you are experiencing lower back pain, if you have any hip pain, or you sit a lot. This can be a really helpful way to improve the health of the tissues and help keep your hips and your back feeling really great.